Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I'm still sick, but that isn't going to stop me from talking about the biggest problem that One Piece as a series, anime, manga, light novel probably as well, everything in One Piece has this one big problem that is ruining the entire series. And now that I got your attention, my name is Pyro Primer and I upload at least 2 videos a week about One Piece and maybe some other anime in the future as well, because I'm about to start my journey through Black Clover, and if you want I can do some form of mini reviews for the different chapters or arcs once I'm done with them. But let's get into this video. You want to know why I think One Piece has a very big problem that's going to ruin it. And let's get straight into it. Many people talk about One Piece as the perfect series and say that Oda is basically a god. That's why he's called Goda by some people. And I really hate this, because Oda is still a human and he makes mistakes. That's why many people were upset with him about 1057. For people who are anime only, well, this is a bit of a manga spoiler, so mute me for 10 seconds. I'm going to talk about 1057 for a second here. Now I hope everybody is down here already. 1057, Yamato didn't join the party. Yamato decided to stay in Wano, and that is something nobody expected, especially because Yamato kept on saying that they wanted to join the crew and now suddenly they don't want to join anymore. Make your mind up. It's like, even we had a 2-week time skip or even longer while everyone recovered in Wano. In these 2 weeks, I feel like Yamato could have ventured around Wano already and then joined. I don't really care if he, whoever joins or not, and I'm still debating on maybe Carrot is a stowaway once again, but like, it was set up so much that Yamato might become the next Straw Hat, and then it didn't become like actually happening. So here we are, and I don't know what Oda thought about it, but it makes sense because somebody needs to be there to protect Wano, because the Scarabs alone won't be enough to protect them from Admirals, I think. But that in itself is not the problem I'm talking about. Something I noticed more and more in the recent arcs. I think the first arc that I actually started reading weekly was Wano itself, because I put One Piece on hold for a very long time. I watched the anime until probably Enies Lobby, where I finished the fight between Luffy and Lucci. And that, like in anime, it's already a pacing problem and pacing here and there, but even the manga has some pacing problems in my opinion. And these pacing problems can easily be fixed with just a few changes here and there, and these changes all accumulate in that one big problem that I want to talk about. Because pacing problem. What does a pacing problem entail? Pacing is always the thing about you spend too much time on a certain thing instead of the important thing, or you just this time is too stretched out and you could like compress it more into a single thing instead of having it compressed into 10 different chapters or episodes or something, or show the flashback 100 times in a row like with Rebecca and Dressrosa and all of these different scenarios. But what I am talking about is characters. If One Piece has too many characters, I stand by this opinion, and you can't tell me I'm wrong. I don't know any other shonen series or anime series at all that has more named characters that are still relevant than One Piece. Just think about it. We have now Caribou, who we met first at the Return to Sabaody arc, and nobody thought he was important, and now suddenly he's no, he's not a member of the Big Mom family, it's something else. Now suddenly he's in Wano, and he's basically the main reason why Luffy won against Kaido, because without him, Luffy would have starved and wouldn't have been able to fight once again against Kaido. And then there's all these other things that he contributed already. Then we have people like Green Bull, who now just appeared, Fujitora as the new admiral as well. Then we have Sabo returning once again. Well, Ace is dead, so that's one less character. And we have the 9 red scabbards that were meant to be only 4 at the beginning. We have the Tobi Roppo, which are the flying 6, so 6 members. The Tobi Roppo and the All-Stars exist because we needed matchups for the Straw Hats. And then Big Mom also has all of her sweet commanders and all of these people under her. All of these are named characters. Like Big Mom's family has probably like over, if you take some series into account, some series have less characters named than Big Mom's family, and that's insane. Like, when did we last see Kuzan? Was it in at the end of Punk Hazard when he stopped Doflamingo from killing Smoker or something? I'm just not sure. And what is he up to? Does he have a bounty? Is he like a member of SWORD? There's so many questions. I mean, I don't want to get rid of Kuzan because he's an important character. But what I mean is there are many characters that we could get rid of because they are not so important. And if we have less characters in the story, that means we have less people to focus on, which means we have more time to focus on the really important things, and that also means we get rid of some unnecessary fluff that we can just get rid of. Like, if we didn't have these stupid characters, like, okay, I know many people hate Foxy, and I am not the biggest fan of him either, because especially if you watch the anime, the whole Davy Backfight arc got stretched out a lot, and in the manga it was more like, I reread it in the manga and it was, you could live with it. Sorry, still sick. And I still think that the Davy Backfight could have been introduced some other way, because Foxy didn't need to be there. Foxy never got another appearance until now, and I don't think Foxy will appear in a new world. So instead of Foxy appearing, what if Luffy and the other people met Buggy on the island, and instead of fighting, Buggy forced them into a Davy Backfight? I feel like people would have enjoyed it more seeing Buggy and his people, and instead of Foxy. I could even, like, if, let's say, what's his name, the unicycle guy was Kabaji. If Kabaji had the slow through of Foxy, I would love that. Just get rid of the entire Foxy crew. We didn't need them. Just put Buggy's crew in there and everything would work the same. Then we go further and further, and did we need Chimney, the daughter of the... Okay, there are many characters, and if you go down the list, you can just name a lot of them that we didn't need. Like looking at now the Tobi Roppo fight, Usopp and Nami have fought together. And if we look at the CP9 fights, there have also been cases of people fighting together, like Zoro and Usopp, or Sogeking, fighting together against Kaku. But Usopp didn't really fight, he was just a hindrance, a baggage for Zoro. So just get rid of... No, I'm not getting rid of Usopp, that's a joke. But you could get rid of like some members of the CP. Does the CP9 have 9 members? I'm not even sure. If it has 9 members, I'm fine with that. But you get the point. I don't have like pointed or picked some specific characters that could get rid of. Instead, like Foxy's crew was a perfect example, but there are other examples. Like Oda first wanted to have 4 scabbards, and then it got increased to 9. Then all of the Yakuza bosses. Did we really need Yakuza bosses for every region that are not relevant? We really need to name so many of the gifters? Did we really need to name so many of the minks? All of these people somehow then get like attention and at least like 2 panels or a page, a chapter spent on, and that's like too much for us actually to live with, because One Piece is already limited. And that's why I think the biggest problem for One Piece is that we have too many characters. And if that problem would get resolved, we would have a better chance of, well, seeing what One Piece would actually be. Instead of just spending too much time on irrelevant side characters or tertiary, or what is even the next thing after after tertiary. We need some other thing to spend time on. Sorry, I needed something to drink. Anyways, yes, getting rid of characters would solve, I think, every single problem that One Piece has. And if you don't agree with me, please say so in the comments down below. I'm open to discuss and tell you more about my opinion. And if you agree with me, hey, I'm happy. But we are not going to change anything about it. And even with that big problem that I just talked about for quite some time, I am still happy to read One Piece, because overall it's still a very good story. And I'm happy with whatever Oda does. Even though there have been cases where I'm like, really, did this need to happen? Or do we need to watch this thing again? Like, there are many things that can be better. And you should know that as well. It's not that One Piece is perfect. It's still one of my favorite stories. And you know, it's even if it's your favorite, it can be better. And will there ever be a perfect story? No. No. There will never be a 10 out of 10 story from start to finish. It's impossible, because there's always a low point. If you find a perfect 10 out of 10 story, tell me. I'm going to read it, I'm going to make a review about it on the channel, and if I'm wrong, hey, I'm going to send you 50 euros. I don't know, send me your PayPal if I'm wrong, and then I'm going to literally send you 50 euros. So yeah, that's my opinion about the biggest problem that One Piece has, and I hope you enjoyed this small rant about characters in One Piece and how there are just way too many of them and how that's making a problem out of the entire series. And I hope I recovered until next week so I can get into more energy for these videos. But until then, I hope all of you had a good day today already, and this video entertained you at least somewhat. And until next time, I hope all of you stay happy, healthy, and most importantly, cultured. This has been Pyro Prima, and we will see each other again in the next video. Until then, bye!